We're going to begin in Matthew 24. Now let me say this. What I'm getting ready to minister to you tonight on, God has spoken to me 3 months ago and said He wanted me to again teach it. I wrote a book about it 11 years ago and preached a lot many years ago and got away from it. But the Lord has really put it in my heart that this very urgent, this hour, that this message comes forth. And so in Matthew the 24th chapter, Jesus is speaking about the last days. How many of you believe we are living in the last days? Can I see your hands up high? All right, you would have to be spiritually blind not to know that we're not living in the last days. Jesus said we would know the season, we would know the generation, though we would not know the day or the hour, correct? So Jesus begins to speak about some of the things that would occur in the last days, and I want to begin in the 10th verse. He says, and then many, everybody say many, will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Now look at this again closely. And then many. The Greek word there for many is the Greek word that means a vast number. All right? Some of my Greek dictionaries literally say a majority. So we're talking about 51% at least. He says many will be offended. Everybody say offended. Will betray one another and will hate one another. Now this is a progression. An offended person will eventually betray. And a betrayal, if it is not dealt with, will ultimately lead to hatred. You say, John, where do you get this from? Well, Proverbs 18 verse 19 says this. A brother offended is harder to win than a strong city. Now in the days of Solomon, who wrote the book of Proverbs, what did strong cities have around them? Everybody say it. Walls. What were those walls built for? Protection, right? Those walls were built to keep out those people that you thought were against you and to allow in those people that you believed were for you. That's exactly what happens to a person when they become offended. They begin to build walls. Now the New Testament doesn't call them walls. The New Testament calls them strongholds.
Messenger International presents The Bait of Satan Curriculum, a 12-part series designed to free you from the snare of offense. Jesus said, it is impossible that no offenses should come. Offense is a snare, a trap. It is the bait of Satan.